Guys, welcome back to Jenna's Budgets. This channel is about following me on my journey to becoming financially independent and budgeting in Cebu. So, things have changed a lot. I'm supposed to be making this video on a weekend, but I'll be leaving to the farm tomorrow, and I'm filming this in the beginning of the week. I haven't received my salary, the 5,000 that I placed, but I needed to stuff my cash envelopes, so I borrowed 5,000 pesos from the emergency fund to make this video. And then once I get my money next week, I'll put it towards the emergency fund. So basically, I'm borrowing from the emergency fund for the meantime because I'll be leaving. I think in my previous video I said that Metro Manila is on lockdown, so Cebu City and other neighboring islands are also having like a community quarantine, and visitors coming into Cebu are now prohibited. I think people going out there, it's fine, but the problem is the transportation, because Cebu Airlines, Philippine Airlines, AirAsia, they don't have any more flights leaving Cebu. I think they've closed it down just to make sure the coronavirus does not go to other areas of the country, and it just makes it easier for the virus to contain itself in just small areas. I'm not sure if Cebu City has coronavirus patients at the moment. There are probably people that are, being monitored just in case, but I'm not sure yet if there is someone affected. But I guess that even if there are no cases, we just want to close it down first, just to prevent any further exposure of the virus. So our problem was we wanted to go to the farm. All classes are suspended until April 14 in Cebu, so my sister will be coming with us to the farm. We're supposed to leave tonight. When I went to the ticketing office first thing today, all the transportation was booked, fully booked, so we decided to go tomorrow. But when they issued the ticket, they said it's not certain that the boat will leave, because the government might at any time say it's prohibited to leave. So we just bought the ticket. We didn't mind paying the extra money if we needed to refund the ticket. But my concern right now is Cebu City, they're open to people leaving the city, but we will be arriving at a city that is not our end destination. So we will be arriving in a city, and then we have to take an hour 30 minutes to go to our farm. And the problem is we also don't know what the government is saying, that what if our farm and that area, the town, is being closed off for quarantine. We'll see what happens. Personally, I don't mind staying in Cebu. I also don't mind staying in the farm, but I think going to the farm will give my parents peace of mind that we're all in one area. So I'll be leaving, but Raf will be staying in Cebu because there are no notice from his office that there'll be suspension of work. So he'll be staying in Cebu, even though I'm gonna miss him and all that. We have no choice, and he can't just quit because yeah. So right, let me start stuffing the envelopes. I have to count first if this is 5,000, so I'm supposed to be getting 5,000. Even if we have extra, I will just stuff it after. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, it's 5,000 exactly. It's been crazy. A lot of people are panic buying, but I guess that's what I did too. I used some of the money that I eventually saved up from my spending, and a little bit of money from the money I was supposed to put towards my friend's wedding on April, towards just stuff I needed to put in the house just in case there is a full lockdown. I think community quarantine, as you still can go around, but it's advised for you to stay home. But I think in a complete lockdown, the government will be giving products, basic necessities, directly to your place. Yeah, okay, so I will be stuffing my BCP. Yeah, let me get my It's been so crazy. How are you guys? How are you all over there? 409 plus 125. 534. 534. So 125. 1, 2, 5. I'm so glad we did this before this whole coronavirus thing came up, because we have our finance in order. We have a little bit of a cushion. Yeah. It should be 534. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 520. 534. Perfect. So as you can see, my BCP is 483. I usually buy this at the pharmacy nearby. The extra, I think next time I buy a birth control, I'll put the extra towards the emergency fund, because it's really heavy putting coins here. Next, I'll put Wi-Fi 565. I heard that our Wi-Fi router, the company will not collect any payments for the Wi-Fi in light of, the uncertainties of coronavirus. There are some people that cannot go out to work, so of course they don't have money to pay the bills. So I think they're being very lenient, which is good towards people who have bills to pay. But I understand that I'm very fortunate to be in the situation that I am in, with being in a family business that is not hugely impacted by, of course, everyone is impacted around the world. Our sales are also impacted, but it's not as hard hitting towards us. So, yeah. I'm very fortunate. There are some people that have, they're very reliant on day-to-day pay. Some employers don't offer benefits, and all that. So even if, their advice to stay home, it's just not financially possible for them to do so. And I feel really bad that they'll have to go through that. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 60. That reminds me, I need to pull out to give my Netflix budget. So yeah, I really hope when everyone overcomes this. I don't remember what happened during SARS. I was only 7 years old when it started. So I don't really know what people were thinking back then, but right now, having experienced it as an adult, I feel like people should start focusing. I think after the coronavirus, people will start being more concerned about other people, because the coronavirus does not pick who's rich or for poor. Even though if you're rich, there's more chances of you being isolated even without pay, because you have a lot of cushion, a lot of emergency fund. But other people are not as fortunate. But still, like Tom Hanks has coronavirus, and his wife, I think that's the biggest star that I know so far that has coronavirus. And basically anyone can have it. A lot of political people in power, they have around the world, and they also have coronavirus, and they also don't look at race. So grocery is one. We're very fortunate that we got gift certificates, so we weren't able to spend a lot of money in terms of groceries this week. So we spent, I think, nearly 2,000 pesos, but the bulk of that is going to our gift certificate. So it gives us a little bit of a breathing space when it comes to money and finances. So this should be 1,700. So Raf hasn't used my cash envelopes. Usually if we go to the grocery or anything, I'm the one that takes the money out or just give him. But since I won't be here, he'll have to fend for himself, and he's a big guy now, but he the cash envelope system is very simple, but I think he just needs to get used to it. So I will entrust him with it. So I will get 1 5. 1 2. Wait, let me just get the small ones. 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 300 400 500. So I'll put this towards my spending. I also spend a little bit because I'm going to be in the farm for a month. They said that they will give a 1 month allowance until people can come back. More in is 1. Oh, yeah. 2747 plus 1. I also have to eat all the food that I like from Cebu, because once I'm in the farm, I won't be able to do it. So I won't be counting this because I'm not really feeling it, but it looks alright. Yeah. I actually think I'm missing a 2 pesos, but I think it's in my Raf gets 1 5 for this. So even though I'll be in the farm for a month, I won't need to get Raf's ATM anymore, because as I said in the previous videos, we want to try to experiment separating our income and just combining our income with our shared utilities. So like for example, we put 2 5 towards groceries each, and we put it in a fund, and then we use that fund, and then for the rent we split it. Then whatever is remaining, he gets to spend it on whatever, I get to spend it on whatever, because if I'm able to save a lot, I can put towards my stock market. So basically the reason why we do it is because we have alternating opinions, conflicting opinions on investing in the stock market. Raf is a little bit more aggressive, I'm very conservative. So I have sort of my fundamentals and what I think is a good idea to invest in stock market, and he has his own. So to prevent us from fighting, of course couples don't agree with everything, so and it's not like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing that we differ in opinions, but I think the difference is that we respect each other's opinions. So our solution was that he would open his own account in the stock market, and I would open my own. So whatever money that I save up towards personally, I put it to the stock market, and I can buy stocks and sell stocks whenever I want to without having to ask him for permission. So the first 6 months of us trial and error and the stock market was a great learning experience. We earned some, we lost some, but basically we got a feel for like how it works. So now we are more confident doing it by ourselves. So Raf's mom gets 250. So yeah, Raf's mom, I think Raf messaged her, and just in case she needed money for sorry, I'm trying to look for her envelope. Okay, here. So just in case she needed some money to buy some basic necessities, because she is not in Cebu with us right now, she is in Bohol. So yeah, I feel really sad because I really wanted to stay or have Raf come with us to the farm, but because I became very paranoid, and like Raf doesn't have anyone with him, like a family member in Cebu, and I feel like he's lonely here, and if ever he needs something, like I'm comfortable if I'm there with him. So that made me think that I think people don't consider our relationship as legitimate, because I mean it is legitimate, but like unless you're married or unless you have that certificate of marriage and all that, they see you just like as a boyfriend and girlfriend, just a temporary thing. So like if I say like, oh, I want to stay in Cebu with my husband, of course that's more legitimate than saying, oh, I want to stay with my boyfriend, because it sounds so high schoolish. So that made me think now. Raf and I are very serious, and we're in this relationship for the long run, and we actually weren't thinking of getting married anytime soon. But I think the idea of being sort of just a legitimate couple, like I feel like my parents don't want us I wants me to go back to the farm because I'm still their daughter. That's how they see it. But if I say no, I want to stay with my husband, I want to stay with my family now, I think they'll be more open to me staying in Cebu and staying with Raf. But yeah, that's not the case at the moment. But I still don't mind going to the farm because I it's good to be with surrounded by family. So that's it so far. I really don't know how this coronavirus thing is working out, but I really hope everyone's safe. Take extra caution with everything. Don't go out unless it's extremely necessary. So that's it so far, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys next week. Take care.